So good morning, everyone, and welcome to Shakti Flow. Taking a comfortable seat, before we actually do the centering, I want to just chit chat a little bit with you about something that came up for me. And if it comes up for me, I'm assuming it might be something that comes up for you. And it's called working in the garden. It's called being out in nature and bending over and trying to get work done in the garden. And I was kind of surprised that my back bothered me. Like I'm squatting and I'm doing other things and it's still bothering me. And I'm thinking, what is going on? Like, why is that? And so I start to analyze, right? This is what I do. I analyze the body mechanics and I analyze the way the body's moving. And even though you have really good body mechanics, you can still have discomfort. And that discomfort, Susie and I were talking about it earlier, can be from things we don't know we have or things we do know we have. But regardless, I was like, okay, do you remember a long time ago I did a class around the lazy butt syndrome? Do you guys remember that? Where we focused a little bit more on glute awareness and quad awareness and where those two things can get imbalanced. I guess I'll say that word. So we're going to play with that a little bit today. And if you have any kind of extra concerns around that, the reason I think that a lot of times back issues can be problematic is because we have, of course, we have weak cores, but what is part of the core? The glutes. And so if you think about from the base of your pelvis, the pelvic floor, all the way up to your shoulders, all of that needs to be integrated. So we'll play a little bit today. Thank you for listening to my little dialogue. Let's close the eyes just for a moment. Take a nice deep breath. Let yourself settle in. Sometimes it takes more than one breath to help you settle. And I use the same words in class so that your memory and your body response drops in quicker. So the word settle usually allows for a response where the body stops moving and there's a little bit more internal awareness. And just become aware of anything that's present. Anything that you might need this morning. Feeling and sensing not only to the external part of your body, the parts you can see and touch, but the internal. I took a class a couple days ago and the teacher used this great language. He said, use your internal stethoscope and put it around all the parts inside your body and see what's happening. And one of the things that we want to notice is, do we have vibrancy, spanda? Spanda is a really fun word that means contraction and expansion. So everything has a pulse, a little opening and closing, like a jellyfish, right? Every cell, every organ, every part of our being has this spanda. And when we have stickiness or discomfort or dysfunction, that spanda usually is diminished or limited. So breathing in, use your internal awareness, your internal stethoscope, see what's going on. What is it that you need? And then allow your hands to come together, palms touch right at the base of your heart. Holding any intention that you might need for class, and let the experience be exactly what you need this morning. Take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, hands can come down and eyes can flutter open. So we're going to play a little bit differently this morning based on what I was just saying earlier. So I want you to get a block and we're going to lie down on the floor. I was going to tell you something about, I was going to tell you something. I was thinking about it. Well, when I get done talking, and then now it's gone. All right. Oh, I don't need this one. So lay down on your back. Have a block nearby you. And this is where we want to check and see on another level what's going on in the body. So when you're sitting, you might have a little bit more distraction, I'll call that. When you're lying down, there's not a lot of distraction. You're just pretty comfortable resting on the floor. And you ask yourself, what is it that's going on? Like this morning, I can sense and feel my lower back. It doesn't hurt. It's just telling me, talking to me a little. Or you might notice the breath feels a little restricted or edgy. And as we were talking earlier, there's always a relationship, an integrated relationship to the entire body, right? From toes to fingers to top of head. Today, we're going to play around with this middle body, range of motion. What kind of function do we have? Do we have imbalances somewhere that's creating more of a problem in our day-to-day life? So with the information you have, grab your block, bend your knees, pick your hips up and slide your block under your sacrum. Now it's really important that it's under your sacrum and not under your lower back. So your tailbone should feel free and your lower back should feel free. And then go ahead and bring your left knee to your chest. Give it a little hug with your left hand. And then slide your right leg down. Now right away, we're going to talk to this psoas and this hip flexor area here. This can get really tight and really weak, which contributes to the opposite side of the body. One thing that I've learned years and years ago is that there's always a balance and counterbalance to the body. So quads work with hamstrings, psoas works with glutes, chest works with shoulders, back, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so from here, can you feel the stretch in your right hip flexor? Press into the heel of your foot. See if you can feel engagement of the leg. And then what does that do to this whole lower quadrant? Right from about your diaphragm down. What does it feel like? Press down, down, down. You could even try to open your toes. So this is an understanding, awareness, warm-up kind of action. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, see if you can just float this leg just off the floor. Don't bring it up high. And keep pressing away from your body like you're trying to make your leg longer, engaging your quad, engaging your glutes. Pull this knee in a little bit more. Keep pushing. Take one more breath here. And then let everything relax. Bend both knees, feet on the floor, pause. So you might actually notice almost right away that there's more energy in your hip flexor on the side you just did. All right, so let's take the right side in. Use one hand just to hold the leg and slide the left leg down. And once the left leg gets down, I want you to press the heel into the floor. And I want you to do it so that you feel the leg engage. You're going to feel your glutes a little. You might feel your quadricep. Try not to bend the knee. That'll take away the action. And just become really aware of what's happening. And then lift the leg up just a little bit. It doesn't have to be high. You just want to do it. Keep the engagement as you draw this right knee in a little bit more. And so remember, our sides are different. Our right and left sides are different. And so you're asking yourself, what do I feel in this right and left side? How are they different? What do I need to pay attention to? Take one more breath. Good, and then release it and let it go. Feet on the floor. Okay, lift your hips up and slide your block away and pause here for a moment. Now we're going to go back to the similar action. We're going to engage more of the core here. So slide your right leg down, bring your left knee up. This time 2 hands, pull the knee in. Engage that right leg like we were just doing on the block, and then lift that leg just off the floor. From here, I want you to exhale, lift your head up and look towards your long leg foot. And notice if the foot is straight up or not. And you're drawing the knee towards you as you're stretching that right leg open. So we're doing a one-sided core work here. This left side's not doing anything. We're going to change that in a minute. Go ahead and rest. Switch your legs around. Holding right knee, drawing it in gently. Lift up your left foot. Keep reaching as you lift your head up. So we're looking for long leg engagement with the psoas in its length and working at the same time. Okay? So we're just breathing here. Try not to overwork in your neck. Remember, you can always use your head here, but ask yourself, why is my neck always tired? Good. Take a breath. Relax. Both legs down. So now I want you to take your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers, roll your elbows toward each other, and curl your head off the floor so you're looking at your toes. And if you're like me, your feet have flopped open, so keep your toes straight up. You don't need to come any higher than this. I want you to draw the belly button down, lift your right leg up so it's about parallel to your own head. And then see, can you lift your left leg up and not have discomfort or pain? This is a big move right off the bat, so you might decide one leg at a time is plenty. Take one more breath. Exhale, lower down. And because I didn't look, I don't know if you did two legs, so we'll do it one more time in case you did one. So curl your head up, look at your feet. Make sure your feet are square. Pull the belly in and lift the other foot up now. And you can hold that, or you can bring up the second one. Your feet and your head are about at the same level. This is called long boat pose. If your lower back arches or you get pain, it's too hard, just drop back another layer. One more breath. Exhale, lower down. All right, hopefully you're awake. Turn over on your belly. This next move is going to feel good. So I want you to separate your feet a little. You can let your feet relax. And I want you to anchor your pubic bone down. And then hold your elbows and get your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. From here, you might feel a little stretch after you just activated your core. But what I want you to do is pull a little bit with your elbows and lift your chest up more. So you're on purpose trying to create a big space from your pubic bone up towards your sternum. If you're feeling a stretch anywhere in your stomach or front body, you're doing a great job. So this isn't about going up high. It's about trying to create that stretchy feeling. Oh, that feels really good. So I'm not activating my legs here. My legs are relaxed. My glutes are relaxed. And I'm just looking for that space. And now gently roll like you're trying to look over your left shoulder or towards the left. And then roll and look towards the right. And I want you to keep pulling with your elbows and feel, can you sense and feel a stretch or a pulling or a tension under your right rib cage or maybe through your right side core? Can you feel that at all? One more time. And if the answer is yes, great. Go ahead and rest. Head down on your hands. Pause. Okay, so we just opened up the psoas, we opened up the stomach muscles. We're going to start to work a little bit in the core here, in the glutes before we move on. So bend your knees and put the heels of your feet together, not your toes. Keep your head down. Pubic bone goes to the floor, and you're going to notice when you push your pubic bone down, the knees want to float up a little bit. And you could even reach around and make sure your glutes are active. I don't know how you can do this motion without it being active. And I don't care how high you go, that doesn't matter. Push your heels into each other and then push your pubic bone into the floor to engage the glutes as much as you can. And then if it feels okay, lift your head, shoulders. So your elbows are still in place, don't change them. And just notice what you're feeling. Take a breath here, lower down, rest. Take a breath at the bottom, then exhale, push and lift again. So I want you to do this really slowly and sense and feel what's going on. Lower down, we'll do it one more time. Take a breath, press the pubic bone down, the knees will float, and then the head can float. And now pull a little bit with your elbows without moving them, and you're going to integrate more of the back body here. So this is simpler, more of a simple movement pattern than what might come later. Exhale, lower down, release. Hands come next to your body, right by your shoulders, chest. Squeeze shoulder blades together, push body up off the floor. All right, toes turned under, little cat and cow here, just to let all that go. Flip your feet, tailbone, head down, really push with your arms. Get your arms going right away. Inhale and exhale. The benefit of working in that really subtle, simple way initially is that you might start to notice things that are going on in your body that you didn't know were going on. And that gives you some information, yeah? And then turn your toes under, find a neutral position. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. Take a breath and exhale, belly to spine, and float your knees just off the floor. So we're turning on the core again, but can you notice how you're in a bent-legged position? You're not in that long psoas. So we'll do it again and start to stretch the legs longer. So go ahead and rest. Take a breath. Take one leg back. So exhale your right leg back and lift your left knee. So this is exactly what we did on the floor, upside down. Press with your right foot, lift your chest, lower down. Switch your legs around. Press into your hands, lift your right knee. So we're on the other side and you're paying attention. What side feels harder? What side needs help? Rest. Last one, both legs go back. So traditional plank. So it's simple, right? We do this all the time. And take one more breath, lift the hips a little bit, take your tailbone down, pull your ribs into your body, and then exhale into downward facing dog. Just pedal your heels a little bit. Feel and sense into what's going on in your body. Be glad that you're in a more of a rest position. And then bring your knees to the floor. I want you to walk your hips back and hold the side of your mat. Now, as you move your hips back, I want you to push your hands forward on the mat, like you're trying to make it longer. And you might need to walk your hands in more and push more to get that action in your low back, side body, maybe armpits. So there's a little bit of a, you have to find that sweet spot. Don't hunch up your shoulders by your ears. This is way more around the back body here. We're just taking a breath, breathing into the low back, ribs, side. Good, one more breath. And then come all the way up, so you're kneeling. Feel free to put something underneath your knees if you have that sensitivity. And we're gonna grab your lightweight, whatever your lightweight is for you. Now I'm taking the legs away by being on your knees. So just pay attention to, are you sitting back or are you arching? Can you think of Tadasana from your knees up towards the top of your head? So you could even turn your palms forward. So with your toes turned under, tailbone under, shoulders on your back, we're going to easy turn the palms weight. This is a lighter weight, so it shouldn't be hard. And I want you to just curl up to your shoulders and down. So simple. And bicep curls are simple. I'm not going to do anything over the head or anything away from the body. Just go here for a moment and see where you are in your body. And now palms are facing up. I want you to turn your palms sideways to your body. So you're in a neutral position. And as you come back, I want you to tighten the back of your arm. Curl up. Tighten the back of the arm. Now the next time we reach back, I want you to sit your hips back towards your heels and lean forward. And then come back up. So lean back, or lean forward, I guess I should say. Hips are back by your heels. Head comes parallel to your hips. Press. So we're working biceps and triceps here with this funny little movement. One more time. And then in. Hold your weights right at your chest. Keep your body nice and long and lean. And I want you to find your range. What is that range? Take your tailbone towards your knees, engage your lower belly, just like we were doing on the floor. And you're holding this position for a breath or two. And then come on up, and then do one of those squats. Reach back, come back up, hands to your chest, lean back. Remember not to arch your lower back. Keep pulling your belly in. One breath here, and then up you come. Lean back, or lean forward, I keep saying that. And come back up, we'll do it one more time. So weights are connected to your body. You're finding your edge, tailbone towards your knees, belly button towards your spine. Inhale, anybody feel their quadriceps? And reach back. And up. Good. Weights on the floor. Come off of your knees and come into a little mini squat. Turn your knees open. So with your feet wherever they are, your heels are more likely off the floor. I want you to bring your tailbone towards your heels and walk your fingers out in front of you as far as you can. And just feel the whole back body, lower back, maybe outer hips. Take one more breath. And then walk your hands in. Let's stand the legs straight up, curling or straightening legs, toes to the front. You're going to inhale, come halfway up, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come halfway up, and this time stay. Legs are straight. Arms are going to come behind you. Just hold your wrists or your hands, whatever you want to do. Pull your shoulders back. Now, this is part of that paying attention to the glutes. I want you to keep your legs exactly as they are. Your hands are on your sacrum so you can feel what's going on there. And you're just going to stand. And then you're going to go right back to where you were. And I don't want anything to move. You're just hinging from your hip. Now, this is not a hard movement. We do it all the time, but we don't do it with glutes usually. We do it with our back. Good. And then on purpose, when you come up, see if you can push your pelvis forward a tad. And then come back down. And then come up. Forward. And down. So see what's going on in your own body one more time. And then we'll stay here. Relax into Tadasana. All right. So pause here. Take a moment. Just check in with yourself. We just did a whole lot of stuff on the floor. All righty. So I want you to pick up let's pick up your heavy weights. And we'll start with one, but we'll ultimately move to two. So just start with one heavy weight. And I want you to take your legs wide apart. We're going to go into a goddess squat. And so the knees are going to be open. Your feet stay on the floor, and you find whatever range you want to be in. So everybody's a little different here. You're going to take your hand to your shoulder. So we're going to sit down in that goddess squat with one arm. Sit. When you get to your end range, I want you to reach down and touch the floor, just like you were going to do something, pick something up. Look where your knees are, and if your knees are falling inward, move them outward. And then bring your hand to your shoulder, stand, push overhead. Down, floor, stand, overhead. So find that glide, find that movement pattern that feels good to you. You're going straight down to the floor and straight up. Knees need to stay open. Don't let your knees collapse inward. That's really important for your knee health. Good. One more time. Down and up. Good. Just pause here and switch your hands. Must have slept funny on this shoulder. It feels really weird. Okay, ready? Down, touch, shoulder, overhead. Down, touch. Now we do this kind of movement all the time also, but we don't do it with a lot of consciousness. We just tend to kind of try to get things done, right? Down. And keep looking at your knees because they will fall inward. It's our habit. And so you just kind of, a good way to think about your knees is to lift your big toe up when you're down there. And it'll help. One more time. And down. And up. All right, set your weight down to the side. Come to the floor, fingertips on the floor, square your feet up. Turn your feet so that they're a little bit wider apart and just go side to side. So we're loosening up anything that's sticky. Go side to side. And then when you get to your right side, stay there. Pivot yourself around so that you're in a long lunge. Fingertips are lightly on the floor, or you could use your blocks here. And bend your back knee almost to the floor and push out through that leg, engaging glutes and quads at the same time. My glutes not doing a lot, so I gotta pay attention. Go ahead and down, and this is part of the problem, yeah? Squeeze, and don't be afraid to reach around and go, is it really working? Because maybe it's not. And down, and squeeze. And then release it, come around to center, pivot yourself around the other way so you're facing your left leg. You come into that high lunge, and then you bend the knee, and then you straighten and squeeze hamstring, or I'm sorry, quads and glutes. And if your glutes aren't firing, that's part of the problem with the back. Down, and squeeze, and so really focus. Down, and squeeze, one more time. Down, and squeeze. Now stay here, plant your hands, bring your feet back so you're in plank pose. Ready? So right knee's going to land on the floor for a moment. You're going to hold yourself in a neutral position, back leg's nice and straight. And as you lift this right knee, I want you to bring it up towards your body. So it looks like this. You're going to lift it and then lift it up into the body. So I'm not bringing it to my head. And down. Lift and pull and down. So notice how my hips are moving a little. Up and down. One more time. Up and down. Good. Switch your legs. Left knee on the floor, right leg's back, and we'll do 4 on this side. So take a breath. Pull the belly button up, ribs up, knee up, and down. Keep going. So touch the floor and then go up. Really feel that up motion. And this is 4. And then both legs back into plank pose. Take a moment in the middle, and then find downward facing. And where I am in my world, I'm on a carpet, so I can't, excuse me, reach around and grab the sides of my mat and push like I was doing in child's pose. But if you're on a hard surface, that might feel hard on your knuckles. So you decide. I like this idea of pushing it, really engaging more of the body. Take one more breath. Good. And then I want you to come forward. Knees can be up or down. We're going to lower ourselves to the floor and come all the way down. All right. So we've visited this before. We're going to visit it again. So come down onto your forearms. Bring your knees into a bent-legged position. Touch your heels. This time I want you to take your arms down by your sides, palms facing your legs. Your forehead can touch. And you can have your hands here, or you can put your hands on your lower back. I don't care what you do. I'm going to do them straight. And you're going to press into your heels. Push your pubic bone down like we did before. Float your knees. And then at the same time, float your shoulders, head, and chest. And if you're reaching, you're going to reach back like you're trying to touch your feet, but obviously you're not going to. Don't want you to do that anyway. Squeeze your heels. Push your pubic bone. Lift your chest. Take a breath. Exhale, lower down. So we're going to do 4 more. Push first. Exhale and lift. Find your range. And then give it a little extra squeeze. Shoulder blades on your back. You could even turn your palms to the floor. And down. And push. And lift. So what we're doing here is we're actually lengthening the psoas, working it in that length. Go ahead down. We got 2 more. Push, squeeze, and lift. Palms to the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Reach. But we're also really focusing on the glutes and the middle body. So middle back, along the spine, down, and hamstrings here. Lift last time. So you're really working every time you come up. You're really trying to find it. And then relax. Let go of your feet. Hands next to your body, shoulders on your back. Push up. And then just reach back to child's pose. You can use the hands at the side of the mat if that feels good to you. And you just take a moment to breathe. Alrighty. Come up into table. Turn your toes under. Let's walk our knees off the mat and open the knees. We did this once already. So heels are drifting down, knees are drifting open, fingers drift forward. So big rounded position here. Noticing what you notice in your back body. Take one more nice deep breath. And then walk your hands back in. Start to straighten your legs as you come up away from the floor so you're in a forward fold. Take a breath, release your head. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale all the way down. Just like we did in the beginning, inhale, come all halfway up and stay. Bring your hands on your lower back. Nice long spine here. Inhale, stand. Good. And then relax. Okay, so we're going to play with our heavy weights and that hip hinging idea. And then we're going to go into another movement pattern. All right, so got weights in each hand. One of the things that we know about weight training, I was talking to Marie about this the other day, is in order to strengthen your hands, you have to be able to pick up heavy things. And if you can't pick up heavy things, if they hurt your hands, then you can't transfer that weight all the way into your arms, shoulders, and body. So you guys have heard of the farmer's walk. I'm not going to do it, but farmer's walk is picking up real heavy weight in each hand, integrating your body, and then walking around. It's like a thing now in the fitness world. And it's pretty funny to watch people doing it, but they're picking up, 25 pounds in each hand, 50 pounds in each hand, walking around, because that integrates into the whole body. That's where the weighted vest idea came from. Okay, so feet are open. We're going to go back to that goddess action. We did that once already too. Only we're going to add a little something, something as we do. So we're going to bend into our range, whatever that range is. Start in the range you can manage. And then I want you to lift your left heel. And we're going to keep that left heel off the floor while we sit and drop and come up and stand. And sit and drop and come up and stand. So you're working with 2 heavy weights down to the floor and up to the sky. Left heel's off the floor as high as you can lift it and push. And one more time, down and up. Good. Hands stop at your heart or your chest or your shoulders. Switch your feet. Lift that heel. Same thing. Sit, touch the floor, up, overhead. Now my arms are separated. I don't have them touching together. You can keep them together if you want. Push. Get your hips down there. That's part of the juice. And push. 2 more. Heels high, high, high. And up. 1 more. Down. And up. Good. Relax. Come to center. Take a moment. Goodness. Alrighty. So now we're going to go to a second movement. I did this last week. You can put one weight down if you're getting tired. I want you to put your right foot in front of you and your left foot behind you. And if I were to turn, it's about this far apart. It's not far at all. And I should be able to get both my feet down on the floor. So it's not way back here, okay? And then you're gonna take your, see how I want you to do this. I want your middle of your chest and your head to go over this front knee. So you're gonna be slightly rotated. And so you might need to adjust where your hands go. I'm gonna give it a go first. So as you bend forward into this front leg, let the weight take you into the front leg. Bend, that back heel is gonna come off the floor. And I want you to line your head up right over this front foot. Okay, and come back up. Down into the front leg and back up. So we're not trying to go straight down. We're rotating a little bit. Good. 2 more. Nice and slow. Shoulders are on your back, especially at the top of the movement. 1 more time. And up. Good. Now just switch your feet around. We'll do the same thing on this other side. So the weight is in your front foot. As soon as you start to bend that knee, the back leg heel will come up off the floor. That's fine. And then come back up to stand. And then down and up. So we're working in this front leg glute primarily. So just know what you know about your own body. I can already tell you from what we're doing, my back feels better. And up, try not to rush. And down and up. Nice job, you guys. All right, feet together. Stand in a neutral position, turn your palms open, shoulders on your back, curl. So simple movement, bring us into symmetry. So legs are pushing into the floor. Engage your glutes and your quads while you're working your upper body. Up and down. Now this next move is optional. You can give it a try and see if you like it. So you're going to come up and rotate the hands forward, push overhead. Lower, rotate the hands backward and go down. Curl, don't let your body move around. Push, keeping your glutes and your quads engaged. Okay, curl, turn, push, lower, turn, and biceps. Curl, turn. We got 1 more. Slow, controlled, body doesn't move. Good. And down and rest. Awesome. All right. What time do we have? Oh, we're good. I want you to put your weights out of the way. I don't want you to fall at all. And I want you to take your block and we're going to put it on the floor in the middle of your mat or wherever you have room. Okay? Make it the narrow side, not high like this one, down low. Okay. So if you've been taking my classes for the last couple of weeks, or you've been watching the replay, you know I've been talking about jumping, right? Jumping is the new running. All the pros are talking about the importance of the impact and the importance of doing it for knee health, bone health, muscle health, all the things. So we're going to play with this block today. We've not done this before. So start easy, standing on one side of your block. And you're just going to take your foot up and over it like that. Up and over it. Kind of understand where it is in space. Our bodies know you don't even have to look. And then, if you feel comfortable, you hop. Hop, hop. You feel the impact? 1 more on the side. Good. And then just switch your sides. 10 minutes, a couple times a week. That's all they're asking. Take a step over it and come back and just sort of see what this leg does. Don't assume it knows what to do because it might not. And then if you feel comfortable, hop. So I'm not bringing my second foot to the other side. I'm only hopping on that one leg. Why am I doing it this way? Because I want my outer body to be able to stop me if I ever trip. 1 more time. Good. Okay, now I want you to, you can use 2 blocks for this next one. I'm just going to turn mine sideways and I'm going to stand on top of my block. You can do it with 2 blocks so you got more floor block space. We're gonna just hop forward. Take a breath, hop off your block. Walk around it, step back up. Hop. All right. So we're doing about 4 or 5. Check in with yourself. This isn't supposed to hurt your knees. It's supposed to give you enough impact so that you actually feel like you're getting stronger. Last one. Good. All right. Last one we're going to do, turn them back sideways. We want to have that length again. So this time we're going to try up and over, not 2 feet together, but hop, hop, and then hop, hop. So it looks like this. Hop, 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 back and forth. So we're working on hopping, but we're also working on agility, where our body is in space. And then if you wanted to get really fancy, you could do 2 legs. I'm not going to ask you to do that today. Okay? If you have stairs in your house, and rest. If you have stairs in your house, you can hop off a stair at the bottom. That's an easy one. Or hop onto a stair. Sometimes you need to hold on if you're going to hop up to a stair. Don't trip over yourself. All right, we're going to do one more thing for legs. And do you have a blanket? Do you have a blanket close by? Anybody? So I want your heels elevated. I'm going to use this blanket that I sit on. It's about 1 inch or 2 off the floor, and I'm going to stand with my heels on the blanket. And then do you have your weights anywhere near you so that you can make this harder if you want? So I'm just going to put mine in front of me. I'm in a neutral stance with my heels down. I'm going to take my arms out in front of me, shoulders on your back. Now, I don't want your arms to go up or down. Keep them parallel to the floor and start to sit like you're going to sit down on your seat. Can you do it with your heels elevated? Come back up. So this is me in the garden all day long yesterday. I can feel it in my back when I do that. So when I stand up, I'm going to tighten my glute like crazy. Nice long spine, don't round it. Up and then squeeze the glutes. Now, if you want to make it harder, you pick up 1 or 2 weights. I'm not going to hold my weights in front of me. I'm going to put them against my body. And we're going to do the same thing. You're just going to go down. See if you can get down there and push yourself up. When you get to the top, really squeeze your glutes. And you could even push your pelvis forward a tad to get that engagement. Push. 2 more. Down. Good job, you guys. Remember, we're trying to move through the whole range. And up. Nice job. Step off the blanket. Let go of your weight. And we're going to come to the floor. One of the things I was going to tell you, and it came back to me while I was moving my body, go ahead and sit, is I started a new regimen with protein by, I bought a collagen full profile protein powder, and I bought it flavored so that I could have it first thing in the morning without worrying about eating food. And I heard this doctor talk about how important this is for women, that the fasting for women doesn't work, especially if you try to go that 16 or 18 or even 20 hours. Doesn't work for women, makes it harder for women. And go ahead and bring your feet wide apart, lean back on your hands, and just swish your legs side to side while I talk. So I started this little experiment. And it started when I went on the retreat because I knew there wasn't as much protein there as I wanted. So I started drinking it first thing in the morning. And then I've continued to do that since I've been home. And what I have noticed, just my own personal experience, is my energy is more even. I have a little bit of a metabolic issue going on. And so I have to be careful with when I eat and how much I eat, blah, blah, blah. So my energy feels much more even and my weight is coming down. Now my weight has been stuck for a bit and it didn't matter what I was doing. If I ate more, if I didn't eat more, if I exercised more, if I didn't matter. And then all of a sudden now it's starting to drop. And I'm like, it's the protein. It's the protein first thing in the morning. So I'm kind of sharing that with people. And I sent you the links last week to check out these women that I listen to. Go ahead and rest. Bring your legs out in front of you. Sit up in Dandasana now. Hands are right next, push down into your hands so that you engage your back body. So a lot of people misunderstand Dandasana to this. Shoulders are on your back, push, and really feel the back of your body working. Press into your heels if you can, engage your quads. You're not going to engage your glutes here, it's too hard because your body's in a flexion position. So we're just going to be here for a moment. Push into your hands. If that hurts your wrist, turn your hands sideways. I just want you to push so you get your back body engaged. And so if you've been feeling, as a menopausal woman, frustrated with maybe the amount of energy you have, the whole body weight thing, not that everybody has to be skinny, but we know our own sweet spot, right? When we feel good, when we don't. Even cravings, you start to pay attention to these things and you're like, I got to do something different because what I'm doing isn't working. Take one more breath here. And then we're going to take the arms out in front of us, try to hold on to that length, and we're going to lean back and go to the floor. Go slow. Hands stay parallel to the floor. Don't let your hands go high. When you get back as far as you think you can go without falling, see if you can float your feet up parallel to your own head. So we're back to long boat. This is harder because you came from the top and you're holding and you're breathing and your feet are together. Take one more breath and then exhale, lower feet, lower body, try not to fall. All right, and once you're down, go ahead and bend your knees. And just to give ourselves a little bit of juice here, a little bit of rest, cross your right ankle over your left knee. And before we lift the leg up, I want you to twist one side and the other. So open your arms out and just let your legs in this position go from right to left. And you don't have to worry about moving the legs or changing the legs position. You're just letting your body relax now. You're like, okay, enough of all that. We did a lot of leg stuff, a lot of hip stuff today. So if you're feeling a little tender later, that's why. Drink your protein powder, come to center, flexing your top foot, go ahead and pull your legs towards you. Find a place where you can stretch. Remember lower back, if it's on the floor, see if you can make some lightness behind it so that you're on your sacrum and you get deeper into your hip. And if you want additional stretch for your hamstrings, stretch your bottom leg up. Try not to take that and move it away from the right hip though. I want your hip to really feel this. So for me, when I do that, I kind of lose it. So I'm just not gonna take one more breath here. And then let your leg relax. Stretch the leg that you had crossed up. Give it a nice little flexion point, maybe a rotation in your ankle. Try not to move your leg here. See if you can move your foot around without moving your leg. And then rest. Other leg crosses, arms go back open in a T, and right to left, just easy. And so when I learn something new and I have an experience that's different, I want to share it with my peeps. We're all in the same menopausal time of life. We have a lot more sensitivity to things. And what a lot of the research is now starting to show is that what works for men, and the research has been all based on men, doesn't necessarily work for women, especially in menopause. Come back to center. Reach down and lift your leg. And then just hang out here for a bit. Remember the lower back piece. So one of the things I'm very, very passionate about at this moment in time is the whole perimenopause, which we are past, but many women are in, and menopause and beyond. And how can we live a vital, vibrant life all the way until we're done, right? And that's been one doctor I listened to, she says it's her anti-nursing home regimen. She's funny. And she's like, I work out because I don't want to be in a nursing home. But it's truth, right? Go ahead and release. Let your left leg stretch to the sky. See if you can hold it steady and rotate your foot around, flex and point your foot. Be surprised how hard that can be if you don't train it. And then 2 legs to the sky. You can use your hands to help you hold. You can push your heels up to the ceiling. You can touch your heels together. See if you can spread your toes. It's Dandasana upside down. Your spine's nice and long. Ask yourself if you're pushing your lower back to the floor. Can you release it slightly and be in that neutral spine while you're in this position? Good. Rest. Good. Stretch your legs out. Stretch your arms out. Give it a nice, great big reach. And then as you exhale, find Shavasana. Feel free to cover yourself up, use your props, maybe an eye pillow or a blanket. Turning palms open to the sky, let your feet be a little bit wider apart. Feel and sense the weight of your body as it rests on the floor. And one more time, you take a nice deep breath. As you exhale, allow the body to settle into stillness. Take a longer and deeper breath. Start to stretch and move, coming back to your body. When you feel ready, you can bend your knees and roll to a side. Take a breath or two there, and then make your way up to sitting. Once you're seated, just pause for a moment in that stillness. Feeling the echoes of the practice. Maybe take that inner stethoscope around internally and see what's going on. Does this sense of vibrancy or spanda feel more tactile, feel more clear? Spanda can be anything, remember? The easiest thing to notice is your breathing. That's a contraction and an expansion. And every cell in your body does the same contraction and expansion. And when we move our body, it does it even more, even better, with more vibrancy. So closing the practice with your hands at your heart, lift the skin of your heart slightly upward, feel the shoulders release off your back, and then bow your head. And gratitude always for our time together on the mat, our deep body wisdom and guiding light. May our light always shine brightly, and may we always see the light in each other. Namaste.